My tractor won't start. It just clicks when I turn the ignition key. There's lots of graphite powder. There's graphite in the grooves, yeah. Look at that. And there we have the armature. Okay. When removing the brushes, you pull this and you take it out. Oh! Quite a difference. So I'll clean it up and I'll get back to you. Parts have been cleaned and are ready for assembly. I will not replace as many parts as I initially thought I would. So I will replace the brushes. They needed to be replaced. And I also will replace this one as it was fairly worn in this area. So I will replace that with a new one. And also I will replace the bushings there, there and there. I was thinking about replacing the solenoid and the Bendix gear, but I will try to do this repair without replacing too many parts, just to see if it will work. In part one, when I was testing it and I disassembled it and yeah, just started cleaning it, a guy was commenting on the video asking, why are you spending money on that old thing? It's junk, throw it away. Well, in the times we are living in today, I think it's a good thing having things like these laying on the shelf. You never know what's happening. It's uncertain times, okay? And I'm not a prepper, so that's not the goal of this. I jump to conclusions sometimes and just thinking, oh, I have to order this, I have to order that. And in this case, my gut feeling says that leave those things on the shelf for now. Try to repair this with less parts as possible. If it will work, well, I'm not so certain, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and start assembling this. It's been a long time since I disassembled it, so there might be some hard time assembling it. But let's crack on. So first off, we need to remove the bushing. I'm just using a socket to drive it out. And I saw a video of a guy doing this. He was holding the bushing like this and filling it with oil. To the brim. and squeezing it. And by doing this, you are forcing oil into the cavities in the bushing, apparently. So it will lubricate longer. It will lubricate. I don't have a smaller tray, so bear with me. Now, next part is to fit the springs and the brushes and all parts that belongs to this one. First off, we have this one, and I will use a little bit of lithium grease just to keep it in place. The grease will keep it in place. Then it's the springs. So basically, you put this one in there, you take the screwdriver and twist it, pushing it on the tab, and there's your dinner. Seriously? Do I like that? Yeah, that's okay. Now for the brushes. Oh, I need to raise it to clear this. Okay, so that one is going there. Let's see where we have the mark. There. Oops. So we have the two marks here which I made. They correspond with this one. So this and this brush will be screwed onto this when we assemble it. So apparently I can just screw these on, the two that does not go on these. Let's see here. This and this. So this and this I can fix right now. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Where's the marks? Oh, there. And they have a notch which they're supposed to sit in. And this might be a little bit tricky. But I have cheated. I have test fitted this just to get a somewhat what do you call it? Just to know how to do it without too much pain. Okay. Seems like it's going to be painful. I know you don't see anything now, but I'm getting it on her. I have to rotate this because there's a lip. This lip. Let's see if it's correct. And it is. It won't thread in. Why? Oh yeah. Now, when getting this between the brushes, it can be a difficult task, but I have a solution for it. An easy solution. You basically pull the spring, you pull out the brush, and you lock it in right there. So when putting the armature down here, it will be easy. When the armature is in place, you can push the brushes back in. So I will do that on all 4 brushes. Ooh. Stop being stubborn. There we go. Now be careful not to break the brushes. I don't know if you need any grease here. I'm just greasing. I think it goes like that. And then we have this. Let's just grease the shaft. I saw one video. A man, he was using almost a tube of grease. And apparently these things spin. So you don't need that much grease. So what happened was that the grease was splattering all over. Not good. Now it's this one. This part can be a little bit tricky, especially if you don't have a new circlip like this. Mine is used. This one is used. Most likely abused. So this one first. And then that one. Like so. And I will see it's very sloppy. So I will try to tighten it. I know by experience that these circlips can be stubborn to get in their holders. So, and apparently when getting this on, you need to use a pair of pliers and just push, push, push. But I'm not able to get it on.
A few minutes later.
Close your eyes, don't look at this. You'll get mad at me.
12 seconds later. 6.5 hours later.
Oh, it's so stubborn.
3:28 a.m.
Whew. There we go. Oh. I'm out of breath. The shaft got some nicks. And we have this ring. I'll just coat it a little bit, and it goes on here. Now it's time to get it in this, but first let's give the teeth some lubricant. Oops, a little bit too much. That's perfect. And now we need this one. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have any grease on the splines. Maybe I'll put some grease here. Just a thin layer. Okay. Like so. Let's align this. Remember this one? It goes down there. Okay. I just realized I did not lubricate the piston in the solenoid. But this is just, as for now, this is just for testing, to see if it works. So it's a quick job to get the piston out and just lubricate it. So okay, let's get this one on. And this has the notch there, and the notch is there. So this has to go on like this. There we go. And now we can just pull the springs and let the brushes get seated. And we need to tuck the wires, get it away from this lid. And now we have this. Just use some lithium grease. I should have bought this one new. It's a little bit sloppy, but I didn't. And then we have these 3 shims, and I will coat them in some grease. A little bit too much. I should have bought this one new. A little bit sloppy. How about we just put some grease down here? Not much. And finally, the 2 screws securing everything. Well, almost finally. There's one more thing to do. Let's see that this one seats good. The final step is to get the ground cable on. Any missing pieces? No? Let's test it. I guess it works. So, from this,
Den är luktat.
to this. I let you in on a little secret. I did test this yesterday. I had to assemble everything just to remember how to assemble it. And even today I was struggling. But I tested it yesterday without replacing the bushings, without replacing the fork, the lever, and it worked. So I knew it worked, but I know we have trust issues. So I will test this on the tractor tomorrow, I think, just to make sure that it spins the motor, the engine. So I see you tomorrow. For you guys, it's just a couple of seconds. I have disconnected the batteries. I learned my lesson. I think I would use the magical way to swap the starter.
Abracadabra.
And the batteries has been hooked up. Let's try it. I won't be using the thermo heater. I will try without it. We got power. Let's give it some throttle. Well, it worked. I'm so happy. I will keep this on the shelf in case this just quits totally, which I don't think it will, but you never know. I like using the original parts, so I will keep that in the tractor. I did not use the thermo heater when starting it, and it's 2+ Celsius degrees, so it did struggle a little bit. But this starter motor is spinning the engine faster. It's more healthy, even though I will use the old one. So, what did I spend in total? Well, parts I have replaced: the lever arm, the bushings and the brushes. 265 Norwegian kroners, including tax. I also bought the solenoid and the Bendix gear, which I didn't use in this project, but I will keep it on shelf. I paid for 624 Norwegian kroners, inclusive tax, for those parts. I do not take shipping into the consideration because I did order different stuff and they have a fixed shipping fee for the parts. So this starter I paid 1,500 Norwegian kroners, inclusive shipping. And so I have totally spent 2,389 Norwegian kroners, inclusive tax and shipping for this. So what do a new starter cost? Well, cheapest I could find here in Norway, 4,612, inclusive tax. Shipping was not included because when you buy parts for over 2,500 Norwegian kroners, you get free shipping. So that's not included there. And so I would have spent 4,612 on a new starter. I spent 2,389 on parts. I saved 2,223 Norwegian kroners. And I got two starters. That works. Now, how do you beat that? So, stop saying that it's shit, it's broken, throw it away, fix it. Not only did I save money on this, I gained knowledge. I have never ever worked on starters before. This was my first time. A lot of researching went into this, and by doing all that researching I gained knowledge which I can store up in the bread box. So that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. And I got two working starters. If this craps out, I can replace it with this, or I can replace the parts that crapped out. So stop it. fix the things. Just don't throw it away and buy new stuff. That society is not good. That way of thinking is not good. So fix the things, or at least try to fix it before throwing it away. Well, I learned a lot from these 2 videos. Disassembly, diagnosing, assembly, testing, and everything. I hope you learned some things too. So, yeah. And I hope you get back to me and watch another video. Maybe you will subscribe. But, yeah, hit the like button. I like that. Thanks for watching. Someone said in the quote, what if I adjusting my glasses? Maybe I will talk more straight. Oops. Where's the bushing? The downside by using glasses. When you're sweating, it always falls on the glasses. It worked. Who would have